everybody? This is your local loser here today with a triple max special. Can you believe it, guys? We're down to 6 subscribers. Oh my god, I am so thankful for you guys. Thank you. Before I get into today's video, I have some things to confess, and also could you please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends, because you know what? Maybe they'll like these builds. So yeah. The confession part. One of these mechs hasn't been introduced to YouTube yet. I had them in a TikTok video, and yeah, I haven't done that in a while. I mean, I'd say I made him a couple days ago, I guess you could say. You know what? I'm just bluffing here, guys. I made him in like somewhere in the middle of November. Oh my god, I'm such a disgrace. Okay, let's get on with the robots. Now, I'm gonna do the biggest to smallest, so here we go. Our biggest one is a better version of Cubix. This is Goldenite Cubix, and yeah, his articulation is the same as always from before, but 2 joints got too old and they broke on me, so I threw them out. They're not there anymore. Sorry, guys. It's just broken. Look, these most of the parts over here were mainly from how would I say, a 2015 CapCut set. So yeah, they're old, and some of them are actually still doing fine, which I am really surprised about, because these parts are now 7 years old, and to me, I've never seen such joint take in so much damage and could still work fine. So good job, Lego. So about Cubix, he was modded. His weapons were supposed to represent Barbatos, and so was his body build. I don't know, I just like Barbatos Gundam, and it was pretty beautiful. I liked his arsenal, by the way. I was such in love with it, so I decided, you know what, let's add it here. So you could think of this as, rip-off Barbatos, but he looks pretty cool to me. I like it. We have his spear, and his spear is absolutely huge. Barbatos' spear, which I think it is, it's pretty small, the blade is, so I thought, you know what, let's make it bigger, right? Because bigger is best. Well, not really, but I just liked it big. I mean, his build shows him he has a lot of strength, so he can wield this giant spear along with it. His gun came from a Lego set, Star Wars Bionicle, and yes, I added this piece along with it from an Iron Man mech suit set. Both will be in the link in the description below. And yes, some of his armor pieces were a little tiny, but they stand out pretty good. Not gonna lie, they do. He doesn't have a mask, which is pretty sad because I don't have masks. I lost his CapCut set. So, story time. We were moving into this house that I now live in. Because I used to live in an apartment, and we bought this new house that I am in. My dad was sorting out our toys, and he found our Legos, so me and my brother were like, okay, let's go sort out this, and then we're going to go find him good pieces. Me and my brother always had a competition between each other which pieces were best. For example, let me grab 2 pieces from a gray box. For example, this is actually a modded Lego piece, and this is an angle. Something me and my brother would fight over this, saying okay, what do you have to trade for this one? And none of us wanted this one because we didn't know what to build with it. Oh, we were so stupid back then. Okay, enough out of Cubix. The articulation is the same as always, and so as his feet. And this is the back. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna take him aside, put him on my desk, and this is the guy I was talking about that I made in the middle of November. Yeah, it was Bunoid all along. You guys might have seen it on my TikToks. I think it was only one of them, maybe 2. I don't know, 1 or 2. So I'm gonna do a showcase. His legs are huge. His upper legs are very tiny and skinny. Cockpit, his bunny ears, and his arms are just ridiculous because it has a ridiculous amount of articulation. Now to his story time. This guy is not used for combat, but he is used for building and maintenance in my base. He can carry a lot. He can carry 3 times his weight and size. And yeah, he has like a little turret thing just in case he gets into combat with someone. So he shoot like 50 BMG, whatever it is. It's like a little turret, but not really, on his hand. So yeah. So after I assembled him, I'm just gonna take off the ears because this is what has to do part of it. After I took some time building him, he looked ugly. He looked bald, and I didn't like that. So I thought, what would go best? Some hair? No, too complicated. I don't even know how to build hair. And from that time, I was like a little lazy to build, so I was just going out on this one. And then the second day, I went all out. So story time. The frame was what I had a problem with. He looked very bald, and I was like, I don't like that. And that's the part where I said all the story stuff. Then day 2, I was feeling energized and went all out on him. So exactly. When I went to his design, I was like, you know what? This would be a little cute, but at the same time a little cringe. Add some bunny ears. So yeah, there you go. Some bunny ears. He looks pretty nice. Now, back then, I thought it was cringe and stuff like that, but now he looks pretty nice. Alright, on to the last. This guy was recently created. It took him 2 days because he's pretty small. So, here it is. This guy, his name is Sever. He looks pretty nice. So, he comes with a shield, his little sword, and he has another one. So, I'm gonna move his shield aside, and we'll get into that later. So, this is his whole, like, body thing. I'm just taking off the weapons and stuff like that because it'll get in the way of the showcase of the mech I really want you guys to see. So here it is. This is Sever. He has his power core bulging out. And you guys might be thinking, well, if a robot has his power core bulging out, wouldn't that make it his weakness? True. But it acts like some kind of power thing, and it is also very strong. So it's gonna take more than just one thermal cannon with like 5 rounds and shooting it to take down the core. It's pretty strong, like Iron Man. His knees. This is his knees. Pretty ugly, but it is fine to me. I didn't have any other way to make his legs better without it having too much articulation and without it looking too ugly along with his body build. So I went along with this, and this is his feet that I created with a 1x2 plate and ball joint. And yeah, I added this to cover up the ugly part here, and then onto the back of the legs. This is what it has for back. And moving on, we have his waist. And nothing much here, just smooth pieces. Cool thing though, he can turn his body around. If I turn it too much, it'll break. I don't know why. If I just snap him in half, sorry buddy, but you'll find out why. I still wanted to keep it because he's still stable when he does it. It's just that if he twists it too many times, he'll break. These parts will break, and just that. So will the ball joint claw thing will break as well. So don't move him too much. And I was like, you know what, that's just fine with me. Moving on to the head. He's made from like a if I just take the head apart, you'll find out that this was used by like a little Pikachu thing. I don't know the set number for this one, so this is not going to be in the description. But yeah, this is what I used. It was from my friend. He had a Pikachu that he didn't want anymore, So I'm like, you know what, bro, give it to me, give it to me. And he didn't also want the rest of his Legos, so the rest of his Legos went to me. And this was like a long time ago, but yeah, some of his pieces were like, almost maybe like half of it that he gave me is in here. So yeah. Back onto the table. These are his arms. They're double jointed. I use one of these waist joints on the mech suits, like Thanos mech suit, Iron Man mech suit, Spider-Man mech suit, things like that. This one right here. Before to me, they were like really rare to find. I mean, I didn't even have one. So I bought an Iron Man, and I was like very happy, and I was like, let's go. So happy. And then, yeah, I have like 7 of them. Yes, 7. And these are his fingers. Alright, moving on to his arsenal. We have his shield. His bent shield. It's supposed to be bent because that's what it is. That attaches to his back. And we have his 2 swords that can either attach to his arms like this or can go like this. So, let me show you what he looks like with both of his swords. So the way to attach these, if you have it on the elbow here, you can actually attach them. This is what he looks like when the swords are up. Now this part, he just looks like he's in Attack on Titan now, with the spears. I don't like that personally, but I like to think of it as like swords. So if I could just like pose him in a way that he's like punching someone. Yeah, and then he punches them, and then the blade hits their face. So yeah, that's what it kind of looks like, but he looks like he's in Attack on Titan, and I don't like that. Look, I'm not more of an anime guy. Attack on Titan's pretty nice, but I just don't like it. He looks ugly fugly. Now, we're gonna move his weaponry around and make them stick out of his arms. I'm just gonna... Shoot, I broke him. I'm gonna pose him out like this. So, just do like that. Yep, there you go. And then we're gonna put the swords, again, attach and switch. Put them in. This is what he looks like. And it's just like he has 2 wings, and I like that personally. It's like his railguns, but they aren't. The thing is, he can't fly, he runs. So if you would run, it would be like, no. If you were to run with these babies, you'd have to run like full-on Naruto running. I don't know, I don't watch Naruto all the time, so don't get mad for how I say his Japanese jutsu thing wrong. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna show the same thing with this one. And I'm gonna put a shield on. As you saw first time you guys saw him on this video, you can rewind and back if you want to see him what he looks like with a sword. This thing just flips over, and yeah, the second joint flip over, bend the shield a little bit, and then it kind of like protects him. So like have him pose, and something is hitting him. And in this pose, this is what I like to have him with his sword behind his back. And then he could like switch it to like be in front of him. Hold on, I need the other one, yes. Oh, wrong one. Oh my god, I swear. Stupid! Alright, there you go. And then that thing could just protect him, and then his sword just like poink, like bulges out, and then he attacks and runs. But if you weren't to be using it, and he's like at ease, bruh, it would just like be on his back, or float on behind him. Like, for example, in Genshin Impact, the sword just floats behind you when you're not using it, so that would happen to him. But if you just have it like bend back like this, it's ugly. Right there. So, yeah. And that's basically it for the triple decker mech special. I hope you enjoyed, guys, and I will see you later. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends.